Hi guys. I'm going to start off by apologizing for, the phone moving around. I know some of you get motion sickness. It is what it is. I apologize. I'm walking because I highly value my privacy. So, guys, I've really been noticing things, and something is not right within society. I mean, we've always kind of known this, right? But no, that's not what I mean. I mean, something else is going on here. More so, especially ever since COVID happened and those vaccines. Guys, most people are just different now. They're different. I understand that there's a lot of damaged, and emotionally unavailable people on the earth. And some of them, it's understandable. It's happened through trauma and things they've been through, and they really need to go within and take a lot of alone time and heal and do their inner work. But there's something other than that going on, and I'm gonna speak this on like a relationship basis, okay? I mean, it doesn't even have to be a relationship. It could just be, people hooking up. But, guys, I'm seeing more and more emotionally unavailable people to the point where it's almost seeming like an infestation. Okay, and it seems like, guys, to me, call me crazy, I don't care. But it seems to me to be like, it always seems to be like the same entity in a different body, okay? It's always the same type of behavior, same type of speech patterns, and guys, always, and I do mean always, the same exact look in their eyes. I see it, and they see me. I am, for the most part, avoided by these people. And trust me, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm a very loyal, kind, and loving person. And, I am not emotionally unavailable. But thinking about it now, the past several women that I've been with have all, ironically, been emotionally unavailable. They try to put labels on it, but I think there's something else going on here. There's something really deeper at play. Like it's almost like an invasion that's happening. They all have the same type of behaviors. And, it's especially sexually, and also financially. You can call it lust, but I don't see it that way. I see something else going on. The women that are like this all seem to be doing the same things. They all seem to be getting like those IUD implants, for sexual occasions. And they all always want the guy to finish inside of them. And guys, what is this really about? I'm seeing it kind of like as an energy harvesting, or quite possibly even like a soul harvesting, because, I mean, let's face it, guys, sperm is energy. It is life. They are alive. These women that are like this, none of them are loyal. None of them are honest. They're all living secret double lives. They are all cheaters. when it comes to that double life, it may even be more than just a double life. There may be 3 or 4 different types of lives they live. You know, the majority of them have a whole roster of men waiting on the sidelines, waiting their turn, and they pretty much make their rotation. When they get bored with one, they could immediately, the same day, hop over to the next. You know, I've been witnessing this play out. My ex, for example, was the same way. You know, but I just saw it again. I just saw it again when I was at the park. This girl I know of from the gym, she's young. She's like 20, 21 years old. But you guys see, I mean, she's got the usual caboose on her that most of these guys run straight after. They wear those yoga shorts that are literally tailor stitched to suck up their crack. So all you see is 2 big cheeks there staring at you. You know, it's a thirst trap, and they're literally calling in as many men as they can. It's an advertisement, and it's non-stop. This girl I know from the gym, she has a boyfriend. They both go to the same college. Both of them are completely emotionally unavailable. You know, I see these people all over the place. Okay? When they're together, when they walk in public, and I don't mean just them, I'm talking about all of them I see. There's really no interaction between them. It's like they're just 2 absent bodies walking along with no emotion at all, never even holding hands. They keep their distance. It's like they're just there, like they're 2 other beings walking through society on some kind of mission, like they're completely numb. I was just at the park before, standing up on the bleachers, and I happened to see that girl with a guy, not her boyfriend I know of, that goes to the gym with her. A different guy. Because he was completely a different ethnicity than hers. I don't know, she's more like Dominican or something, and so is he, her boyfriend. Well, this guy was a white guy. And they had a blanket with them. And they went over to the other side of the ball field on a downslope, laid the blanket there, and they both laid out there. Probably so most people cannot see them. All they had to do is scan one side of the field. You know, if no one's there, the coast is clear, right? Well, she kept looking at me. She noticed me. She recognized me, and it seemed like she was concerned. She knows I know who she is. So I decided to take a lap around the park. And once I got over there, she saw me coming. She made sure I couldn't see her face. The guy that was sitting there with her, he just had a little smirk on him, a little smile, you know, with his little dimples. And he says, "What's up, bud?" As if I'm his buddy. And I just kind of nodded to him, and I kept going. And I knew she was going to look. But she kept checking to make sure where I was. And when I turned my head, she lifted up hers and she looked over at me, and I just gave her a smile, like I knew what's up, and I kept walking. I'm pretty sure I heard her say the F word. Because I know who her boyfriend is too. And you guys, what is it with these creatures cheating constantly? You know, what is it? What is going on in this world? They all want the man's money and his things. And all the guy wants is that nicely sculpted caboose and slot that is on her. You know, it's just complete numbness going on in society. There is no emotion anymore. And they all want that guy to do the same thing to her. As if she needs to harvest that energy, to harvest those souls. This is really going on. And like I said, it's really more so, it's really ramped up ever since 2019 and 2020, when that virus seemed to just drop out of the sky and come out of nowhere. And it's like the majority of the planet had it almost overnight. How is that possible? I am not one who caught that virus, nor did I get any of those shots. But now, you know, now as I walk through society these days, now as I'm here in this existence, I see everything completely differently. People are like complete opposite of what they used to be. So I am complete opposite of them. They all either seem to completely avoid me, or I also quite often get targeted. Like, what I mean by that is like they want to destroy me, or they want to silence me and completely get me out of the picture. When I may not even do anything to them to begin with. I may not even have said anything to them, yet they'll still target me. So guys, what really is at play here? You know, it's like I said, it seems more so like some kind of invasion going on. I don't know. You can call me what you want to, but I see it. And I know there's others of you out there that do too. Let me know, guys. All right, be safe. Have a great day. Try to, anyway. I know it's hard now because of what things are becoming. But, you know, there are many of us that are being woken up to the truth and what is really going on here. And quite frankly, to me, it's starting to look more biblical than anything. Maybe history is repeating itself. You guys be safe and take care of yourselves, okay? I'll talk again soon. Bye.